up, everybody? I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. Got a new video for you today. Got a boxing update. Last night we had a great fight on the PBC card with Deontay Wilder versus Gerald Washington for the heavyweight title. To be honest, the fight started off, it was very slow, very boring. I thought Gerald Washington was controlling the action a lot with his jab. He has a very strong jab, and he's also very physically imposing. I mean, he came in there, he was a cut, lean 240, so he had about a 20-pound weight advantage on Deontay Wilder, and it looked like, to be honest, like when Gerald Washington was hitting, Wilder with the jab, he was like moving Wilder. Like, that man has some real power. Like, he was moving Wilder and he was controlling Wilder with the jab. And it seemed like Wilder couldn't do anything. He couldn't figure out anything. He was just sitting there trying to counter. He was just sitting there waiting, plotting, waiting. And also, Deontay wasn't throwing his jab back, which I didn't like. You got a jab with the jabber, and Deontay Wilder's jab is pretty lazy, in my opinion. There's no real pop or no emphasis, especially with a man with such a devastating right hand. I would think that his jab would also be devastating, but it's very lazy, and it's not with any pop or any real intention to hurt somebody. It's kind of almost like a rangefinder, where Gerald Washington's jab was like a real punch. Like, it was snapping back Deontay Wilder's dome. I was concerned for the most part of the fight because I thought that maybe Deontay Wilder came back too soon because he wasn't really letting his hands go. He was just kind of sitting there waiting for one shot, and I just hate when boxers do that. Even though you have true power doesn't mean you just need to sit there and wait for one shot. You need to stay active. You need to win rounds. You don't know what's going to happen. And I feel like Wilder he wasn't doing shit. He wasn't doing anything for most of the fight. Let's just keep it a buck. He wasn't doing anything. He was just in there not getting hit that much. He was getting control with the jab, but he wasn't getting rocked or anything. He was just sitting there, just walking around, throwing that lazy jab, getting hit by Washington jab, and losing rounds. However, damn it, Deontay Wilder has the ultimate neutralizer with this damn right hand. It's almost like an Iron Man right hand. Like, when it touches you, it's crucial. It's crucial, and I understand that, but he needs to build off of that right hand. He needs to be able to set it up better. He can't just sit there and just wait for some random opening and just throw it. He needs to be able to set things up. He needs to be able to use his jab. He doesn't really use feints either. Not a lot of head movement. He has a lot to work on. I know that he doesn't really have an amateur pedigree, but I know he has really good corner people, and they need to be working with him on the true fundamentals. He has the ultimate neutralizer with that right hand, but he needs to perfect the rest of his craft. I mean, if Gerald Washington doesn't have that much seasoning, and he was controlling that fight. So when Deontay is going to be fighting other fighters in the future, if he wants to fight like Anthony Joshua's and things of this nature, he's going to have to step his game up, in my opinion, because I think the upper echelon heavyweights are a little bit more polished than him. He's a little sloppy. And I mean, like, he won this fight in the 5th round. He caught Washington with that right hand, and he put him down. I mean, he was done. You know what? To be honest, I didn't think he was that hurt at first when he got hit, until when he got up and he was just like wandering around the ring, stumbling. I was like, oh, he's really on Queer Street. This dude is really knocking people's heads off, Deontay Wilder. However, in Gerald Washington's defense, I think for him having a limited career and pedigree, he showed a lot of moxie in there. He showed some skill and ability, and he also exposed flaws in Deontay Wilder's game. Like, if you're a strong jabber, you can beat Deontay Wilder if you can circle away and avoid the right hand. You have to have a strong jab and commit to the jab. And I think that Deontay Wilder can be beat. So, like, if he fights Anthony Joshua, Anthony Joshua is just working behind the jab, kind of like how Triple G did Lemieux, where he was just working behind the jab, just killing him with the jab. That's the same thing that can happen to Deontay Wilder. He has to tighten that up. He has to tighten up the defense. He has to use feints. He has to use the jab. He threw a couple body shots that were vicious, but he needs to work on that as well. He just needs to work on his all-around game. He's getting bailed out because of his right hand, but he needs to work on his all-around game, and he needs to be leery of a jabber coming at him that's able to control him. He needs to figure out how to jab with the jabber, a real jab. I'm still impressed with Deontay Wilder. He was in there. He figured it out against a very game and solid opponent. I'm waiting to see what's next for Deontay Wilder. Hopefully it'll be a fight with the winner of Klitschko and Joshua. But that PBC card was cracking because the fight underneath that was good. The Hurd and Tony Harrison fight. So PBC starting off the year strong again. Salute to them. Salute to Gerald Washington for a great fight. Salute to Deontay Wilder for retaining his title in emphatic fashion. I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. Gone.